In today's video, we're going to be coming off the dome and I'm going to be explaining and talking to you why mindset is the number one thing you need in sales. One thing I've noticed when coaching guys, whether they've been in the business of sales just for a few months or they're just starting, it's their first day, like they let little things like sidetrack them and just take them off the path. And a mistake that I made was not putting myself back in their shoes at the beginning stages, because I've been in sales now for 6 years, just heavily ingrained into it. So like the little minor things, people talking crap, rejection, all this stuff, like it doesn't really bother me anymore because I would say you're a seasoned sales professional. But one thing I've noticed is I've had several people, like they're getting just destroyed and their confidence is just getting deflated. It's because they're not taking objections and handling them and processing them the right way. They're taking them and internalizing them and thinking about them, and then they start to worry and they start to doubt themselves, and then they're all in their head and they're just all jacked up. So I want to talk about the mindset, number one, how important it is, but also give you guys some strategies and tips on how to strengthen your mindset. And just for everybody watching right now on the screen, if you're brand new to sales or maybe you've been selling for a few months, resilience is going to come from getting your teeth kicked in, getting rejections a lot, and just dealing with the factor of like, you don't get paid 9 to 5. You're not making $1 by sitting in the dealership, in your office. You're getting paid when you sell a product or service to somebody, which is called commission. So some things that happened to me when I was first getting into sales is, number one, I was scared. And I was scared because I was like, well, how am I going to make my money? I have to pay my bills, I have to buy X, Y, and Z, because I didn't have any like structured pay guaranteed to come in. And if it was, if you're in a company and they pay you some type of salary or like a draw, it's probably not even enough to live on. So one thing that I always told myself was, do the work even if you don't know exactly what you're doing, because a closed mouth don't get fed, and the more that you do things, the better that you're going to get at them, right? So let's say, for instance, if we'll just say that I sell online fitness coaching. Well, if I'm not actively searching, DMing, commenting, reaching out to the people that already follow me, liking my stories, going to other posts, like seeing, like prospecting for new deals, and I'm just sitting back waiting for them to come to me, I'm probably going to go broke. So if you're new, you're getting into sales, I highly recommend you to just start figuring it out. And if you're like, what does that mean? It means figuring it out, researching, looking up some new things. But here's all the crazy stuff. You could be in this category and you could be looking and searching and learning all these cool word tracks or doing this and doing that. But if you're not doing the work, if you're not actively pursuing or sitting in front of a client, you're not going to make any dough and you're not going to be getting paid. So all that stuff is great. Follow-up's great. Doing this is great. Yada, yada, yada. But the most important thing is the more at-bats you get with a client. The more face-to-face that you get if you're selling in person, the more clients you're sitting down with, the more people that you're presenting to on Zoom, the more offers that you're putting out if you're just closing in the DMs on some type of product, the more times that you get the more times that you're at bat, even if you strike out, there's going to be an opportunity and a chance for you to smack the ball and then you have a home run. And that's called payday. So don't get lost in the sauce. Just continue doing the work, which is getting in front of people, sitting in front of a client. That's the most important thing. Your mindset, that's what this video is about. There's going to be days where you don't want to make the phone calls, you don't want to go chase the up, you don't want to go hunting for the lead. That's just normal. But us as sales professionals, we don't operate on how we feel. We operate on what needs to get done. I want to go back into rejection. Rejection is going to happen. So if you fear rejection, the only way to get over that is to get rejected more times, because then it becomes numb to you. And I call this like water off a duck's back. If a drop of the water hits a duck on its back, it just rolls right off. That's what rejection is going to have. That's how you're going to have to start looking at rejection. And also, don't compare yourself to others. You can't compare your chapter 1 to somebody that's in your industry that's been doing it for a year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years. You can't compare your chapter 1 to their chapter 15. So don't get encouraged if there's somebody that's doing better than you. It's okay. It's okay. One day, if you don't quit, you don't be a weenie and you stick to it, somebody's going to be coming in and they're going to be looking up to you as the guy that knows and thinks they has it all figured out. They're going to think you are the Mac Daddy. They're going to think you are the guy that's just magically this person that figures it out, that just does all these magical things and deals just come to him. But what they don't know is they're in the same situation that you was when you first started. So being real, being you, getting in front of clients, getting in front of the people, that's the most important thing. Training, yeah, that's all going to happen, but training and doing all this stuff, it doesn't put money in the bank account. Getting in front of people and closing transactions, that's what puts money in the bank account. I remember when I first started selling, I trained for literally, like I bought as much trainings as I possibly could, which was not a lot because I didn't have a lot of dough at the time. I watched every freaking YouTube video. For 3 months, I still sucked. I was still bad. But on the 4th month, I finally started to get a break. I finally started to close some more deals. And this is when I was 18. This was 6-7 years ago. Literally. But one thing that I had is that I never quit, no matter how bad I didn't want to talk to a customer. I was scared to present the numbers. It didn't matter. I did it anyways. And I'm so glad I did, because what scares me is like, what happens if I didn't run towards pressure? What happens if I didn't do the things that I didn't want to do? Probably wouldn't be sitting here today speaking to you guys. I probably wouldn't be helping Andy build this freaking massive empire that we're building. I probably wouldn't been able to help impact thousands of other people just on social media, or the ones that's joined our coaching program. That's scary. That's scary to me. So ask yourself, are you underqualified? Do people count you out? Do people say that you're not worth it? Do people say sales is a scam? If that's the things that you've heard or said, what are they going to say about you once you persevere through this, make it to the other side, and show other people that there's a way, because you was underqualified and nobody expected you to make it? What are they going to say then? Are you going to be inspiring other people to get into sales so that way they can provide for their family and not be a cog in the wheel working for some factory, just like the school system has designed people to be? Go to lunch at this time, this bathroom break. You can't go nothing here. You have to do this assignment. Da-da-da-da-da. I don't even remember anything that I learned from school that I'm using now. I truly don't. And like I said, I'm just coming off the dome with you. What's on my heart? I'm just sitting here. Been working my butt off all day long, changing some lives, building some crazy, awesome stuff. And by the way, if you guys haven't heard about Andy's new training platform, Elite Training Academy, ETA, it's absolutely fire. Shoot me a text message, 256-605-7800. I'll send you a demo so that way you can check it out for yourself. It's for salespeople, it's for leaders, it's for people that just want a personal development. It doesn't matter if you're working at Taco Bell. There's stuff in there for everybody, from a 9-figure entrepreneur to somebody that had to borrow the money to get on it. So that's just super fire. We're building out trainings and curriculums for that, and I'm just super fired up about that. I wish that I had that when I first started, but it's okay. It's okay. You can have it now before you start, or while you're starting now. Back to the deal. Gonna be times that nothing's going your way. You got bills coming up. You got people counting on you to provide. You got all this pressure that's just bearing down on you. And there's always going to be that voice in there that just tells you to quit. It just tells you to go get a comfortable job with a hourly wage, so that way you have guaranteed money coming in. And I want you to know If there's people that's in the high ups of this world, that's what they want you to do. Because if you're in that position trading your time for $1, you're controlled by them. You are absolutely controlled by them because they dictate what you make. They dictate that you get to go on one vacation a year, if that. But also, the ones that do break free and they actually stick to sales, they do the hard stuff, they figure out how to make ends meet. They have unlimited income earning opportunities from sales. Those are the people that actually build amazing lives for their families and for their kids. And they're not just stuck as a cog in the wheel. And I'm not talking bad about people that work a salary or an hourly job. There's people that make 6 figures doing that. That's great. But that's not the case for most people. That's why sales is anybody's way out. If you're on the camera right now and you're dead end on broke, or you have 600 grand, 1,000 million in the bank, you probably had to get you probably did some type of sales to get the wealth or the inheritance or whatever that deal, whatever happened. But sales is a way out for anybody. It's a low barrier of entry. You don't have to have a college degree, and you can learn everything you possibly need, even on a free YouTube video. There's no excuses why you couldn't make sales work. The only way it doesn't work is if you wasn't in the right vehicle or you didn't actually give it everything you've had. Because I know how resilient us human beings are. If you gave it everything you possibly had, there's no way there's no way under the sun that you couldn't make it work. You just quit, or you let some outside circumstances infiltrate your brain to tell you that you're not worth it and it's not meant for you. It's meant for everybody. Please don't let that be the case for you. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video off the dome of myself, just to share with you what was on my heart. No scripts, no nothing, just speaking and sharing with you some things that I've been able to learn over these last few years. So I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, share it with a friend. I'm here to help you guys grow. I want you to win. If you need help, reach out to me. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you want to get in sales, if you're not in sales, it doesn't matter. If you want to personal develop and grow, shoot me a text message. My personal number is 256-605-7800. Just shoot me a text message, say YouTube. I'll reach out to you, and I'll also help you with some free training. Have a blessed day.